Some footage makes perfect sense, and then there's this kind. The kind that makes you double take, rewind, and wonder if you're even awake. From people acting like NPCs to moments that shouldn't exist, these clips prove that the world is running on glitches. A Russian cop stops a driver, but something else stops him. A pack of dogs. Too many to count, too fast to react. 1 second he's in charge, the next he's retreating. But why were they there? Why then? Some moments feel less like bad luck and more like a warning. Desperate times call for desperate disguises. The player has nowhere to hide, so he does the unthinkable. Yeets the statue, takes its place, and hopes for the best. The haunted house hunter walks in, scans the room, and moves on. A masterclass in panic-induced improvisation. Two friends, 1 second apart. One is walking, the other gone. No sound, no sign, just missing. No explanation, just wide eyes and shaking hands. Something took him, but what? Some things make sense, others not so much. A horse casually suspended beneath a helicopter, drifting like it's the most natural thing in the world. Where is it going? Why is it up there? No answers, just questions.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
1 second he's clutching his chest, looking like he's on the brink. His parents in full panic mode rush to his side, only for him to break into a dance the moment they reach him. Guess he's got the boogie and a whoopin'. Tall, slim, and almost frail looking, then boom! The shirt lifts, and suddenly his arms could rival a heavyweight champ's. It's like his biceps got assigned to the wrong body type, or he's the average 14-year-old anime protagonist. There's confidence, and then there's this. No shirt, no shoes, just an alien mask and a walk that screams glitch in the simulation. Is he in character? Is this a prank? Or did he simply wake up and decide today was the day to unnerve the entire neighborhood? What a weirdo! Just a quick trip to the car, just a normal day, until she sees it sitting in the driver's seat, staring. A bear inside her car, and suddenly, the apples? Not important anymore. Bet the bear loved that she dropped them off, though.
Thank you so much.
Parallel parking is an art, and this guy just scribbled all over the canvas. Instead of fixing his angle, he simply shoves the truck ahead like it's an obstacle in a video game. Practical? Maybe. Legal? Absolutely not.
I'm a bad boy.
Chaos erupts, people scrambling, fear in the air. But one man, he casually hands over his phone, wipes his fingers, and takes another bite. Priorities. Either those wings are life-changing, or he's just accepted that nothing, absolutely nothing, interrupts a good meal. Package theft isn't new, but when the culprit is a plastic traffic barrel, that's when things get weird. No wind, no push, just a slow, deliberate wobble before it tips forward, claims the box, and rolls away like it had somewhere to be. Who's behind this? Or what? 1 second he's making his getaway, the next he's just a guy running with empty hands, looking confused. The basket? Gone. The worker at the exit barely even moved. Just a quick snatch, like they'd done this 1,000 times before. Almost like the basket was never his to take.
Denied.
Looking cool is an art, and sometimes a disaster. She goes for the perfect snooker shot and even makes it, channeling all the swagger until when she's celebrating, the cue stick takes a detour and clocks her instead. The table stays untouched. Her pride? Not so much. Glass doors are meant to be opened, not obliterated. But this shopper, they went full action hero, shoving them like they were storming a villain's lair. The result? A dramatic rain of glass shards, and a whole new definition of exit with style.
Oh, hell no.
This should have been a terrible crash, but physics took a day off. The biker smashes into the car, but instead of chaos, they flip, land clean on their feet, and casually walk away. No broken bones, no scratches, just a perfect 10 from the universe's stunt judges.
Hey, yo, what the?
Thank God the cat didn't overreact, but in its mind, this was an assassination attempt. Chaos erupts, furniture topples, objects go flying, and somehow even walls aren't safe. 1 second it was a normal day, the next a furry tornado of vengeance. Reality glitched for a second. Because of that car? It should have hit him inches away, and yet he's untouched. Maybe it was luck. Maybe physics took a lunch break. Either way, he just stands there blinking while the store behind him looks like a deleted action scene.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Deer.exe has stopped working. A creature of the forest or something wearing its shape? It didn't flinch, didn't breathe, like it was waiting for the right moment. The second the man gave up, it broke the illusion.
You need to go sleep it off.
Maybe that wasn't the deer deciding to leave. Maybe that was it finally letting go. A normal workday, typing, thinking, existing, and then shards everywhere. No warning, no explanation, just a reminder that the universe occasionally glitches. Maybe the glass heard something we couldn't. Maybe it saw something it shouldn't. Either way, it made sure someone noticed. Rejection hurts, but this is something else. 1 second he's standing like a normal person, the next he's sprinting after her on all fours. Fast, unnatural, almost animalistic. Whatever this is, it's not just heartbreak.
I'm gonna hurt you good, then kill you.
One smooth motion, too smooth. A flick of the wrist, a flash of black leather. Suddenly, everyone's diving for cover. But it's not what they think. Just a wallet. Just a guy trying to pay for gas. Too bad his reflexes are straight out of an action movie. Imagine waking up to the sound of welding outside your apartment and realizing it's your own door being sealed shut. No warning, no escape, just solid metal making sure you stay exactly where you are. Not a lockdown, more like a permanent timeout, enforced by fire and steel. He's asleep when a branch crashes onto him. No injuries, just confusion. But then a watermelon rolls out from his blanket, and the floor, it's now water. What is happening? This really looks like a fever dream. Was he always there? Did he just blink into being? No shadow creeping in, no approach, just sudden existence. Like the simulation stuttered for a second and had to patch him in. Maybe he's been here before. Maybe he's always been here. Imagine waking up in the dead of night thinking someone's at the door, only to check the camera and see your own dog standing there like he pays rent. If that's not unsettling, I don't know what is. He seems way too comfortable. There's confidence, and then there's this. Walk straight through the barrier, glass explodes everywhere, and he doesn't even blink. No rush, no regret, just a man with zero concern for consequences.
What the is that?
Somewhere, physics and logic are holding an emergency meeting, because this shouldn't be possible. Yet, here we are. Every detail is baffling, from the technique to the sheer determination. If anyone thought they'd seen it all, this moment just rewrote the rulebook. This wasn't a crash, it was a performance. One car collides, takes a dramatic spin, and then, like it was guided by an unseen force, glides right into the perfect parking spot. No dents, no drama, just a bizarrely smooth ending to what should have been a disaster.
Yes.
Fight or flight. This neighbor chose both. Two pit bulls charge, and instead of running, he fires up a leaf blower, sending them back like he just activated a force field. No punches, no kicks, just air. And somehow that was enough to rewrite the laws of survival. Office stress is real, but this is next level. He doesn't just argue, he climbs his desk and tackles his coworker like it's game day. The others are smart not to react. HR's about to have a field day with this one. Casual workday, until a giant lizard enters the chat. Chaos ensues. It's the survival of the fittest. Guess the boss didn't tell them what getting monitored in that office meant. 1 second, it's just a dog sprinting home. The next, a much larger shape looms behind it. The door slams shut at the last possible moment, and the bear that was following doesn't get in. Just imagine if they had been a second slower. A casual stroll turns into a reality glitch. A man gets tapped on the shoulder by himself. He turns just in time to dodge a gate that could have knocked him out, but when he looks for his double, he's already gone. No trace, no explanation, just an unsettling question lingering in the air.
Huh?
So who's walking who here? Because it looks like they decided the route, the pace, and the altitude. The man's just along for the ride, literally. Maybe this was supposed to be a casual stroll, but now it's air traffic control on foot. This looks like it's grown legs. Tiny legs, massive ambition. But what's the plan? Who's reading this? Who's writing back? Imagine checking your mail and realizing your pen pal is an entire ant colony. Whatever's going on here, it's not just weird, it's calculated. Imagine hearing desperate cries for help from a nearby house. You call the cops expecting the worst, but when they storm in, the hostage is just a parrot with a flair for the theatrical.
A few moments later.
Rambo. I'll bring out the screamer to you. Boys in green. Oh my God.
The real victim? A very confused homeowner now explaining his bird's hobbies.
Rambo. Say hello. Rambo.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
That's it. All right.
Quarantine did things to people. Some baked bread, some picked up hobbies, and then there's this guy. If this is day 2, what was day 1? And what's day 7 gonna look like? Maybe it's best we never find out. When you're speedrunning the final boss with no upgrades or weapons, either this man has cracked the ultimate bull whispering technique, or he's just making it up as he goes. One moment he's upside down, the next he's riding like he was meant to be there. The bull didn't see it coming, neither did we. A broken mirror usually comes with an explanation. A careless driver, a stray object, bad luck. But when they checked the footage, there was no impact, no cause. It simply shattered, as if obeying some invisible force. There's a special kind of frustration when you see the thing you need, but the person helping you just can't. The man waits, points, even hints, but the shopkeeper searches everywhere except the right spot. Finally, patience wears thin, out comes the tape measure. Precise, inarguable. There. Trust is a powerful thing, maybe too powerful. He's up there, relying on her. She's down here, scrolling. The ladder wobbles, his life flashes before his eyes, but she unbothered.
What the hell happened?
She wasn't holding
Oh,
it.
where's that?
One hand lazily rests on the ladder. Don't worry, I got it. Did she though?
Lady!
I've got it.
A fallen basketball hoop isn't an obstacle, it's an invitation. At least that's what she seemed to think. No hesitation, no second guessing, just a slow, almost deliberate crawl through the tangled rim, like it was a doorway to somewhere else. Well, we're all kids.
Just walking by your basketball hoop. Yay, made it through the hoop. Moving on, moving on.
At first, it's a steady stream, predictable, controlled. Then something shifts. The flow becomes a torrent, an unnatural stampede of bodies forcing their way in, a sea of movement, endless, suffocating. What drove them there? Or worse, what were they trying to escape? One moment she's skipping along light as air. The next, he's mirroring her movements without hesitation. No hesitation, no thought, just an unspoken agreement, a silent rhythm shared between strangers. Healed the inner child in all of us. It's not every day you see a creature straight out of a fantasy movie casually strolling through a driveway. The lanky frame, the wobbling movements, something about it feels off. A kid in costume, a digital glitch, or is Dobby really and actually a free elf?
Dobby is free.
Highway surveillance was running smoothly until a parrot decided it was time for a close-up. 1 second cars, the next, nothing but beady eyes and feathers. Was it just curious, or was it making sure no one watched something they shouldn't? Either way, the camera got silenced. You expect a passenger, maybe some groceries, not a fully grown bear. But there it is, tumbling out like it just finished a road trip. The real question isn't why it was in there, but how long it had been waiting. It moves like a rewinded clip, but it's not. The paws slide without lifting, tail frozen in place. No hesitation, no confusion, just smooth, deliberate steps in a Michael Jackson fashion, like it's following instructions only it can hear. That's one creepy kitty. It steps, not rolls, not drags. Steps. One tip, then the other. Carefully pacing like it's got an errand to run. No gust of wind pushing it, no unseen hand nudging it. Just an umbrella acting a little too independent for comfort. Or maybe it was always conscious.
Bye, have a great time.
A peaceful vacation, until he checks the cameras. His house completely overrun, not by burglars, but by goats and chickens. The whole farm has moved inside. The lock's useless. Well, at least this might be a better sight than robbers. 1 second, it's just a broom. The next, it's a threat. The dog's survival instincts kick in, except instead of running, he destroys everything. Furniture, decorations, the concept of peace, all gone in seconds. Imagine checking your ring cam and seeing cows, not passing by, at the door, like unexpected guests. What now? Would you be in the mood to invite them in? Either this plastic wrap just discovered its true purpose as a ghost, or someone's kitchen is officially haunted by leftovers past. It's not clinging to anything, yet it refuses to fall. At this point, might as well start taking requests for magic tricks. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion, unless they don't. One bottle makes a break for it, takes a dive, then, without hesitation, bounces straight back like it changed its mind midair. No explanation, no second attempt, just a perfect undo, as if it never fell at all. 1 second is just another peaceful moment on the porch. The next, a motorbike comes crashing in like it was personally invited. The rider? Oops, wrong pedal. The woman? Somehow miraculously untouched. Maybe luck, maybe the universe just decided she had better things to do today.
Roger, are you okay?
Yeah,
What did you do?
hit the gas instead of the brake.
And you didn't have a helmet.
Sunday morning, 5 a.m., and someone's at the door. Not just someone, someone's. A group of figures in hoodies, all wearing unsettling, frozen grins. They move in sync, covering the doorbell cam like they've done this before. No knocking, no talking. Then, just as silently, they leave. It's not the selfie that's the problem. It's the fact that nothing else moves. Not a shift, not a blink. Just the same robotic motion on repeat. The hand lifts, the face tilts, the screen reflects back. But the moment never changes. How does it feel to be stuck in time? If pettiness had a mascot, this dolphin would be it. Instead of just eating its meal, it flicks the fish into the air, letting the seagull think it has a chance, only to snatch it back at the last second. Over and over, pure, calculated disrespect. For a brief moment, reality takes a break. The server presses a button, the lights shift to a soft purple glow, and suddenly, it's a dance floor. No customers, no orders, just two servers moving like this is their grand performance. Then, as if nothing happened, they go back to work. Most people sleep with a blanket. This guy sleeps with apex predators. The cheetahs don't just tolerate him, they curl up around him like oversized house cats. But make no mistake, they're still wild, still watching. One wrong move and who knows if they'd still be cuddly. A mother's worst fear, an intruder near the crib. But as she stares at the monitor, dread turns into something far stranger. The figure by the baby is her, standing exactly where she is. No lag, no delay, just a live feed of reality. Oh baby, that mama needs sleep.
A few moments later.
The perfect crime. No fingerprints, no getaway vehicle, just a gang of silent, well-practiced bandits making off with an entire pizza. The real question is, was this their first job, or have they been running this operation under our noses all along? A bird mid-flight, except it's not flying anymore, not falling either, just there, like gravity forgot about it, or physics decided to take a break. Someone, somewhere, just refreshed their game, and this bird is caught in the loading screen. Smoke usually drifts, fades, moves, but not this one. It's just sitting there, frozen like someone hit pause on time itself.
Raga, adesso ve lo devo mandare, vi devo mandare sto video.
No breeze, no draft, no explanation. Just a thick cloud lingering like it's got unfinished business. Maybe the air just decided to hold its breath. It's one thing for a goat to climb impossible heights, but walking like this, balanced upright, like it was born this way? That's not normal. This one moves like it just unlocked a hidden skill, like it remembers something the rest of its kind forgot. Hundreds of sheep moving in a perfect circle for days. No stopping, no breaking formation, just an endless loop, like they're following something unseen. They refuse to leave, almost like they fear whatever's calling them all forward. You'd think a giant bird driving a tiny car is the weirdest part, but nope, it's the fact that the car is sideways and still going like nothing's wrong. Is this advanced driving or a glitch in the system? Either way, Big Bird is committed. Electricity is supposed to stay in the wires, but tonight it's feeling a little too adventurous. Sparks are leaping across power lines like they've got somewhere to be. Meanwhile, the storm is just sitting back, watching the chaos like a proud director of this shockingly dramatic scene. Something about that window just offended this horse on a personal level. Maybe it was the reflection, maybe it was a grudge against modern architecture. Either way, it went full force, hooves first. Glass gone. Reason? Unclear. But one thing's for sure, that window will never mess with this horse again. 1 second, the dog is there. The next, he's gone. And the table, completely obliterated. No collision, no impact, just sudden destruction. Either this pup has telekinetic powers, or something else in that room really didn't want that table standing. The first crash seems like bad luck, but then another accident. Same road, same timing, just a different car. It's like the street itself is playing a cruel joke. And just like that, the first driver quietly pulls back into the driveway, like nothing happened.
Nope.
It was a flawless plan, until it wasn't. The moment she reached for the swap, the employee's hand was already there. No panic, no confrontation, just silent, mutual understanding. The couple leaves empty-handed, the employee still smiling, like she's seen this 100 times. Bar hopping is supposed to end with bad karaoke or questionable food choices, not a full-on dinosaur brawl. Yet here they are, watching men in inflatable T-Rex suits throwing punches like it's Jurassic Fight Night. Was it the drinks, or is this just how the night was meant to go? Tension fills the air. A granny raises her water shooter with the confidence of an outlaw. The employee doesn't flinch. He grabs the nearest weapon in sight. Bananas! A showdown unfolds in aisle 3, where honor is tested and fruit becomes a last line of defense. At first, it's just a child playing with a spring rider. Cute. But then, she mimics its movement exactly. Same rhythm, same speed, like she's part of the machine. For a second, it's hard to tell which one is real. Ice and fire aren't supposed to mix, and yet here it is, a blazing Olympia ice resurfacer sliding across the rink like a ghost ship, leaving a trail of flames in its wake. This isn't a cleanup, it's a showdown. A simple step outside turns into an immediate regret. One moment they're walking, the next, launched. Somewhere, Mother Nature is laughing. If that's who they're battling, they look like they're fighting an anomaly. Flight delayed? Fine. But watching a baggage loader go feral on the runway? That's a new one. It spins, it twirls, until someone finally tackles it into submission. Idiots. He tugs the cord and boom! What was supposed to be a test quickly turns into absolute chaos. He just stands there, regretting every decision. It was holding it in until it wasn't. The barrel bursts open, pouring red everywhere. Someone's about to have a really bad cleanup shift, unless they bring a glass and a plate of cheese. Snow falls, the forest is quiet. Then two bears just start dancing, standing up, swaying. It's a full-on waltz. This might be weird, but this is the good weird. It's late at night, everything's still. Then, the bin starts sliding. Not rolling, sliding. No visible reason, no wind, no pull. Just motion. The kind that makes you double-check your locks. Because if the bin is moving on its own, what else might be? No panic, no hesitation. The bear casually walks in, opens the fridge, and grabs the lasagna. He even checks his surroundings, like he knows this isn't his house. Then, he strolls out like he paid rent. Smoothest fridge heist ever. In Saudi Arabia, paying first is a physical sport. Two friends battle it out, pushing, blocking, even wrestling, all to get their card scanned first. It gets ridiculous. Eventually, one succeeds, swipes his card, and just like that, they shake hands, smile, and walk away like nothing happened. The kid stares at the display shaver. You can see the thought forming, then zzzt, a chunk of hair gone. His face freezes. It's too late. No fixing this. That's the face of someone who instantly regrets their life choices. Mind if I work in? Taken too far. First, it's two guys, then three. They formed a human Jenga tower mid-exercise. Gym goers stare in confusion. Is this a prank? A science experiment? No one knows, but one thing's clear, these guys are never skipping leg day. That's not a chimney, that's an overachiever. The house wanted warmth, and the chimney said, bet. At this point, it's doing more work than an industrial smokestack. Somewhere, a pilot is double-checking his flight path to make sure that's not an actual building reaching for the sky.